The Adventures of Harry Nile.
The house is secure, sir. No one here but the victim. No sign of a break-in. I mean, there's a hole in the center of the window, but nobody could get in that way. It's too small. Either the victim let his killer in, or whoever did it had his own key. We were expecting you a while ago, Detective.
Is the victim still dead?
Yes, sir.
Good, then I got here on time. Dead guy's name is,
Amos Finch?
I'll get it. Amos Finch, right?
Yes, sir. Gunshot.
Well, nobody killed him by firing at him through the window. It's a small hole, but too big for a bullet.
I agree, sir.
Oh, you agree. That's settled then. I guess I should just get back to the bar and pick up where I left off.
I mean, we found the gun inside the house. Ooh, careful, sir. Fingerprints?
Well, thank you again. I always need to be reminded about that. I smell any cordite here, so how do you figure this was a murder weapon?
Well, Finch was shot. Here's a gun, and it's got blood on it.
There's only supposed to be blood on the victim, not on the gun, too. This gun wasn't shot out of a bigger gun.
Well, there is blood on the victim in two places. A cut on the head and a bullet wound.
That's just swell, son, but he wasn't shot with this gun.
Oh, maybe it's Finch's gun, and he used it to defend himself.
Yeah, maybe. Check on that. The roof leaking?
Leaking? I don't think so, sir.
Spots of water on his clothes.
Oh, broken whiskey bottle over there. Pretty much the only sign of a struggle.
This is water, not whiskey. Trust me. I never mistake the two. Is anybody else hear that sound, or is it my hangover?
It's coming from upstairs.
I thought you said the house was empty.
We thought it was.
Uniforms. Let's take a look.
In the closet? There's someone locked inside.
Hey, keys in the lock. Just a second. Open her up.
Whoever's locked in there couldn't have killed Amos Finch.
Oh, yeah? Well, they just put her down to my inferiority complex. All right, go ahead, do it. Well. Harry Nile. You're the last guy I expected to see coming out of the closet. Untie him and get that thing out of his mouth there. You want to tell me about it now?
Well, it's kind of a funny story.
This isn't turning out to be the best day in Harry Nile's life. What started out as a simple matter of buried loot has now turned into a murder case in which he should be the most reliable witness.
Finch put these in your mouth? I hope they were clean.
I guess he wanted to keep me quiet if I came round.
He knocked you out, too, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think I see a bump right there. Ow!
Gee, what are you, 5? You think one of your guys could drive me to the hospital?
Yeah, it's on my to-do list. Business is really going downhill if your clients are treating you this way.
Just a few bumps and bruises. It'll all go on the bill.
Yeah, well, Finch won't pay it.
Not if he knocks me out when he gets good news.
I mean, on account of he's been murdered. Didn't I mention that?
Murdered?
Shot. But he had a heck of a bump, too. Blood running down his head and everything. You know anything about that?
Not me. Must have happened while I was out cold. You know who did it?
The bump or the shot?
Well, I'm guessing it was the same guy who did it.
Tell us, Nile. You were here the whole time.
Tied up and unconscious.
Yeah. What, you going to tell me how that happened?
No, you'd never believe me.
Yeah, well, I never believe you anyway. Indulge me.
Okay. It was a missing persons case. Finch's Uncle Charlie.
Did the old boy owe him money?
I didn't think so. Now, I'm not so sure.
Well, he was more of a dad to me than my own dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, mate. My Uncle Barry was a bloody ledge.
A what?
A ledge. You know, legend.
Miss Mitchell, Charlene's not from around here, Mr. Finch. She's just helping out. It's complicated.
Oh, it's not complicated at all, Harry. I'm laying low. There's a price on me head in Australian dollars.
Would you like me to come back another time, Mr. Nile? You sound busy.
No, that's fine, Mr. Finch. You tell us about your Uncle Charlie.
Well, see, he didn't exactly keep to the straight and narrow. Usually, my dad gave him money just to stay away.
Oh, yeah, like a remittance man.
What does that mean?
Well, what you just said, mate. A bloke the rest of the family pays to never come home. That's how the Mitchell family got started in Oz.
Well, I always liked it when he did come home. I had the best fun with him, and he always gave me the best presents.
Well, when was the last time you saw him?
Oh, around 1945, I think.
Oh, 15 bloody years ago! And you've only just started to look for him?
Charlene's got a point. Why now, Mr. Finch?
I never had the money before.
Makes sense.
And actually, I did see him after that, just once. About 7 years ago, just after Myron and I set up Sunbeam Travel.
Who's Myron?
Myron Bennick. He's nobody.
Yeah, I wonder if he thinks that.
What happened 7 years ago, Mr. Finch?
Uncle Charlie broke into my house.
Some uncle.
No, it was... it was fine. I mean, it was a surprise, but I wasn't frightened. He told me he couldn't stay long. He just needed to rest and be with someone he could trust. I cooked him a meal. He slept on my couch. Next morning, he was just gone. I always wondered what happened to him. The business is doing well now. I thought I'd use some of my share of the profits to find him. I just want to know if he's okay.
7 years? He's got to be either on the run or in jail.
The latter.
The latter, that's his second one, right?
Right. I came here this evening to tell him the news.
What time?
A little after 8.
Was the window broken then?
The window?
Downstairs, there's a hole in the window.
No, not then.
Okay, so tell me about it.
Oh, Mr. Nile, come in, come in. I'm just talking to someone on the phone.
Yeah, sure. Call me Harry.
Myron, listen, Myron, Myron, he's here, the guy I was telling you about. Yeah, I know you are, I know you are, Myron, but I have stuff of my own to deal with. Well, you can keep on talking, but I'm going to hang up.
Problems at work, Mr. Finch?
Huh?
Myron, he's your business partner, right, at Sunbeam Travel?
Yeah, but it's not work problems. He's in the middle of a messy divorce.
Oh, too bad.
What's too bad is I have to hear about it day and night. Care for a drink?
No.
Hope you don't mind if I help myself. Would you believe Myron's wife is leaving him for some locksmith? I actually know him. Howard, nice guy.
I don't suppose locksmiths make a lot. I guess love's more important to her than money.
Not according to Myron. Anyway, you found out something about Uncle Charlie?
Yeah, I did. It's not good news.
Oh, he's dead, huh?
I'm afraid so. Massive heart attack.
Was he at least with friends when it happened?
Well, you could say that. He was doing 10 to 20 in Sing Sing.
In prison, huh? I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
Well, now you know where he got the money to buy you those great presents.
What did he do?
Armed robbery. Stole 60 grand from Evergreen's department store in Manhattan.
Wow, I guess he wasn't such a nice guy after all.
Well, to you he was, and that counts for something, Mr. Finch. The thing is, he committed the robbery 7 years ago, and the money was never recovered. And didn't you say the last time you saw your uncle was 7 years ago?
You think...
He knew you were somebody he could count on. Maybe he hid the money in this house or someplace outside.
His clothes were muddy. I remember. How much did you say? 60,000?
Uh-huh.
60,000?
60,000 of somebody else's money. It's got to be returned.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Well, the good news is there's probably a reward.
Could you check on that?
Sure. My partner Murphy's back in a couple of days. I'll get her to make some calls.
I mean now.
Right now?
You have some friends in the police department, right? Could you call them, Harry? Phone's right there.
Okay. I don't know whether anybody's going to be at the... Ah!
Sorry, Harry.
And that's the last thing I remember until Meeker found me tied up and gagged in the closet.
Oh, that's bloody shocking.
You bet. Of all the cops in Seattle, why did it have to be him?
No, I meant your head, mate.
It's just a couple of stitches, Charlene. My ego's going to take a lot longer to heal.
So, do you think Amos Finch wanted to kill you?
My guess is he tied me up until he could figure out what to do with me. Must have been out for about 4 hours. Close to midnight when the neighbors reported the shot.
Yeah, and what about the broken window?
If Meeker told me when it happened, I don't remember. But when they found Finch, he was still fully dressed, and he grabbed a shovel from the garage.
You think he was going to go to try to find the loot, or, you know...
Maybe both. Why waste a hole?
Look, I I don't want to seem judgmental, but whoever killed Finch saved your life, Harry.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm confused.
Oh, it's good to know there's some things you can still rely on.
Yeah, who's this Drongo?
Charlene Mitchell, Detective Meeker.
Well, hello, beautiful.
Yeah, rack off.
I think I was just insulted. And I love it. You ain't not from around here, are you?
Born and bred, mate. Born and bred.
Huh?
So what's confusing you, Meeker?
Yeah, well, we traced the gun we found at the scene. It belongs to Myron Bennett.
Finch's partner.
So what's the problem?
Gun hadn't been fired. Wasn't even loaded.
Unless it was used and then cleaned.
Ballistics did a test fire to be certain. No match.
So he was shot, but not with the only weapon at the scene, and the weapon wasn't his?
Any powder burns on the body?
Nope. So the killer was standing 10 to 15 feet away.
It's truth, mate. Not bad. Maybe you're less of a pillock than Herrick says you are.
Honey, I'm a lot less of everything.
No argument there. Maybe Bennick loaned his gun to Finch so he could protect himself.
Yeah, it's a little hard to protect yourself with an unloaded gun, Harry.
Right. That's weird, huh?
Well, what's this got to do with me, Meeker?
Are you kidding me? This was your case, Niall.
My case? My case was to find Finch's uncle. I did that, and my client tried to kill me. Whoever killed him? That's your case.
You're not even curious?
Finch knocked all of my curiosity out of me with a whiskey bottle.
Oh, yeah, fair go. He was your client, Harry.
You too, Charlene?
Can't help it. I am curious. Never got cases like this back in Oz. I did once investigate reports of mysterious lights in the night sky, but it turned out to be the Flying Doctor, treating some bloke for insomnia.
I feel like everybody's ganging up on me. Why can't you handle this yourself, Meeker?
I get lonely, and I like it better when somebody else has the headache.
Anything else I should know about this case? The broken window, did it happen at the same time as the murder?
Nah, it was at least 3 hours earlier. A neighbor heard the smash around 9, but he wasn't sure where the noise came from.
Too bad he wasn't more curious.
Luckily, his wife was. She was woken up by the gunshot and looked out the window to see a black Mercury coupe committing a speeding violation.
Black Mercury coupe. What type of car does Myron Bennett drive?
See for yourself, Niall. It's his place on the left. So, the dame with the accent, is she single?
Would it matter to you?
I knew you were going to show up eventually, Detective.
After what's happened, Mr. Bennett, did you really think I wasn't going to want to talk to you?
All right. I admit it.
Whoa, that was easy.
Maybe you should ask him what he's admitting to, Meeker. Well, Mr. Bennett?
Wait, did you think I meant I killed Amos?
You didn't?
Well, of course not. What kind of person do you think I am?
So what did you do?
That broke his window.
You broke his window.
I'll pay for the damage.
I'm not sure who you'll have to pay now Amos Finch is dead. Did he have any family?
No, not that I know of.
So why'd you break his window?
I was mad. He called me about 8:30 last night, asked me to come over to his place right away, said it was something to do with the business.
Sunshine Travel, right?
Sunbeam Travel. We're partners. Built the thing up from nothing. But last night, he told me he wanted to buy me out, run things his own way. He said he'd just inherited a small fortune.
Yeah, about $60,000.
Oh, how could he do that to me? He knew my wife was leaving me, that she wanted to bleed me dry.
He mentioned that.
I was mad as hell, confused, scared.
So you shot him?
No! Stop saying that! I stormed on out of there, got into my car.
The red Plymouth parked outside.
That's right.
Too bad. You don't know anybody who drives a black Mercury coupe, do you?
Black? No.
You said you broke Finch's window, Mr. Bennick. How exactly did you do that?
I'm kind of ashamed about the whole thing. I took my gun out of the glove compartment and I threw it. I didn't want to do it, but he didn't leave me a choice.
You threw your gun? You know, they make those things so you can fire bullets out of them.
I don't keep it loaded. I don't ever use it at all. I just wanted something heavy to throw, and I didn't see a rock anywhere.
So you threw the gun. Makes a crazy kind of sense.
Yeah, well, I didn't mean to. I didn't think I'd actually hit him, but the gun smacked him right on the head, and he went down.
We did find blood on the gun.
And on Finch's head.
Your assault story checks out, Bannock.
Am I under arrest?
If Finch decides to press charges from the hereafter, sure. What'd you do then?
I panicked, and I drove back home. I'm afraid I broke the speed limit.
I'll overlook that if you can give me an alibi for the time of the murder.
Well, what was the time of the murder?
Around midnight.
Around midnight, I was with Kathleen,
Who is Kathleen?
my wife.
I thought you said you were divorced.
I soon will be. She said she was driving by my place so we could try to come to some kind of agreement about the settlement, something that meant I didn't lose half of my half of the company to her.
Meantime, Amos Finch wanted to take the whole half of your half from you.
It's been a rough week.
Finch had a worse one.
Well, Kathleen will tell you we were arguing till nearly 2 a.m. Believe me, she's got no reason to help me out.
That actually makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It also means there's no clue to who actually killed Finch.
So, the soon-to-be ex Mrs. Bennick confirmed her soon-to-be ex-husband's story,
That's right, Charlene. We know exactly where he was at the time Amos Finch was shot.
and the evidence backs up his story, if you think about it.
Well, Meeker tries not to.
Hey, watch it.
The cut on Finch's head proves he was still alive when Bennick threw his gun.
Because dead guys don't bleed. Yeah. They teach you that on your first day in homicide.
And the neighbors confirmed the time the window was smashed and the time that the shot was fired.
Do the neighbours have a motive?
Nope.
Oh, well, I mean, there goes my theory. At least it goes to show everybody needs good neighbours.
Sorry, Meeker. I don't know there's anything more I can do.
So you're just gonna drop the case?
This never was my case. My case ended the minute my client whacked me over the back of the head with a bottle. I only agreed to help you out for Charlene's sake.
You did?
Sure.
Oh, what a ledge!
You hear that, Meeker? I'm a ledge. Well, talking to Bennick cleaned up every single loose end.
Yeah, except for the water.
What water?
There were drops of water on Finch's shirt. I wondered if there was a leak somewhere.
Water, huh? That's interesting.
Interesting enough to stick around and maybe solve this for me?
Not unless you want to pay my bills.
Okay, it was worth a shot. See you around now. Charlene?
Bye, gorgeous.
The nerve of that guy. Doesn't he think we might have other cases to work on?
Well, you don't.
But he doesn't know that, for crying out loud.
Oh, yeah, that was it.
That was what? What are you talking about?
The water on Finch's shirt. It was tears.
Tears. Somebody was crying over him?
Makes sense.
Not really. If that somebody was so upset, why didn't they call the police?
Because they were the murderer.
A murderer who cries over his victims.
Yeah, well, maybe he didn't want to kill him, but Finch didn't leave him a choice.
Hey, that sounds familiar. Oh boy. Meeker! Hey, Meeker!
Well, what do you know? I think I just cracked the bloody case. Monster! Yeah, well, wonder how I did that.
I don't understand.
What is it you don't understand, Mrs. Bennick? Is it still Mrs. Bennick?
What I don't understand is why you say you're both detectives, but only one of you has a badge.
I'm not with the police, but I am kind of involved.
So what do you want?
You drive a car, Mrs. Bennick?
No, I can't afford one. Yet.
But your husband told us you drove to his house on the night of the murder. Did you take a taxi?
That's right.
No, it's not. I already checked with all the cab companies in Seattle.
Fine. I took my boyfriend's car.
Your boyfriend, the locksmith?
What does his job have to do with anything?
I'll get to that. What does he drive?
A Mercury coupe.
What color?
Blue.
Not black?
Blue.
Not black, Niall.
I'll get to that, too. Why'd you lie, Mrs. Bennick?
Because I don't have a license. Are you going to arrest me, detective?
I probably should. I've been letting a lot of things slide lately.
Yeah, it's funny how everybody's so anxious to be arrested for something. Your husband for speeding or assault or window breaking. You for driving without a license. Everything except murder, in fact.
Murder? You mean Amos Finch's murder?
You know about any others?
I don't even know anything about that. What have I got to do with it?
You're the one providing the alibi for your husband.
Ex-husband. Myron is my ex-husband.
Not yet. Not unless you can agree to terms. He was worried you were going to take half of his half of the travel company in the divorce. He was also worried he was going to lose all of his half to Finch.
But Finch had no family, meaning if he dies, Myron ends up with the whole of the company.
And then he could afford to make you a pretty generous settlement. He just needed you to help him with his little problem.
This is slander, Mr. Whoever you are.
Nile, Harry Nile. I don't think the two of you were at his place around midnight. I think you were at Finch's home. Myron didn't dare use his own car in case somebody had seen it when he was there earlier, breaking the window.
And losing his gun at the same time.
He needed a gun, a car, and a way to get into Finch's place, and you could provide all three.
Except I don't have a car or a gun or the last thing you said.
You have your boyfriend's car, which matches the description of the one seen leaving the scene of the crime.
The papers say the car was black. Howard's coupe is blue.
You see, Mrs. Bennick, you're better informed than you think. But there was a new moon last night. Visibility was virtually non-existent, and blue looks like black at night. And Howard, that's the name of the boyfriend, right? I'll bet he does have a gun, and I'll bet if Detective Meeker here would have tested it, it'd turn out to be the same gun that killed Amos Finch. Did I miss anything out?
How the killer got into Finch's place?
Oh, right, thanks. Howard is the local locksmith, isn't he? He probably supplied all the locks in the district, and I'll bet he has copies.
I didn't kill him!
Oh, I know. You see, after Myron shot Finch, he knelt over his body and cried a few tears of regret. He also got blood on the underside of his tie.
Fished it out of his laundry hamper an hour ago. You two should have stuck together. You make a great team. Well, Niall, I guess I owe you my thanks.
Actually, it was Charlene who spotted the clue.
Oh, thank God.
Now there's just the small matter of finding that 60 grand.
You're right. I was thinking maybe a 60-40 split.
Don't start, Meeker. My head's already beginning to ache again.
Tonight, Chapter 14 of War comes to Harry Nile. Men's attack on Pearl Harbor. The mood across the country is anger, revenge, and suspicion, and in some cases, paranoia.
This is Harry Nile.
Mr. Nile, I read about how you solved that double murder in Beverly Hills a few weeks ago. You're a smart man. You used your head to figure out who did it, so I congratulate you, sir.
Well, that's very nice of you.
And I think you're the man who can help to prevent a disaster. That's the reason I'm calling you.
What sort of disaster? You want to give me your name?
Yeah, my name is Milroy, Henry Milroy. I live at 439 Corbin Place, Los Angeles, Zone 4.
Okay, and what can I do for you, Mr. Milroy?
Mr. Nile, I am living next door to a Nazi agent. Now, I know how that sounds, but please, hear me out.
I'm listening.
This man has held 3 meetings late at night with 2 other men. And the third time, when they were finished, they gave the Nazi salute. You know, the Heil Hitler salute?
You actually heard them say Heil Hitler?
No, I was watching them from our bedroom window, but I didn't need to hear them. There was no mistaking what they were doing. But listen, you don't know the worst. Where do you suppose he works? The Department of Water and Power. I don't know exactly what he does there, but if he's an enemy agent, think of the damage he could do. He could poison our water system, ruin our electrical system. He could disable millions of people, cripple our defense plants, knock out our police and fire departments.
Mr. Milroy, have you reported what you saw?
Oh, of course. I called the police. They said it wasn't against the law and they couldn't do anything. So I called the FBI and they sent a man out, but he just took some notes and went away, and I haven't heard anything since. Now, Mr. Nile, I may be too old to fight in the war, but there's nothing wrong with my eyesight, and this man must be investigated before it's too late. The authorities may think I'm a crackpot, but you have a reputation they'll respect.
Yeah, thanks, but I wouldn't count on it. Private detectives don't rank very high with the police. Look, I'll tell you what I'll do. Give me this guy's name.
Mueller. He spells it M-U-E-L-L-E-R. Goes by the name Joe Mueller.
And what's his address?
Right next door to me, 437 Corbin Place.
All right, and are you going to be home for a while tonight?
I'll be home all evening.
Mr. Milroy, I'm Harry Nile.
Come in.
Thanks. Oh, here's my card.
Have a seat. Can I get you anything? Coffee, tea, maybe?
Nah, nothing for me, thanks.
I'm batching it right now. My wife is visiting our daughter in Fresno. She's about to give birth. Looks like I'll be getting a grandchild for a Christmas present.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. You have a family, Mr. Nile?
No, I'm afraid not.
Nothing like having someone to carry on your name.
Yeah, I suppose that's right. Now, you want to tell me about this neighbor of yours?
The Muellers, yeah. They moved in 2 years ago in the fall of 1939. That was just after Hitler invaded Poland.
Right.
Well, we knew from the very first that they were different. But not just because they were foreigners, mind you. They were too pushy, too friendly right off the bat. She'd bring over German cookies she'd baked. I never ate a one of them. And any time he saw me outside mowing the lawn or washing the car, he'd come over and want to talk. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? How do you like Roosevelt? Is he giving too much support to Churchill? All the time he wanted to discuss the news.
And that made you suspicious?
Well, I don't talk politics, especially with someone I'm not very well acquainted with. It's none of my business what other people think, and it's nobody's business what I think.
Well, did he ever talk about his job at the Department of Water and Power?
Never said 2 words about it. Of course, I didn't quiz him about that either, about his work. We Milroys keep to ourselves. We always have. Before I retired 2 months ago, I was a tax accountant. That meant people trusted me to keep my mouth shut about their financial affairs. I've had clients who've stayed with me for 20 years.
Oh, wow. So tell me about those late-night meetings at his house.
Well, here. I've got it all in this notebook. Here it is, starting with November the 10th, 11 p.m. 2 men meet Mueller in dining room. That's how I could see them so easily. Their dining room is right across the driveway from our bedroom window. Well, I was curious about why they were meeting in the dining room if they weren't going to eat. But then I saw Mueller move things off the table so he could unfold a big map. Then he began pointing here and there on the map, like he's giving directions. And they talked some more, and finally the 2 men got up and left. That's all I saw the first night.
Uh-huh.
Well, why did they come so late at night? They must have been at it for a good 20 minutes. But I didn't think much about it until exactly 1 week later, November 17th. The same thing happened. Same 2 men, same time of night, everything the same as the first time.
And you watched it all?
And the next week, which was November 23rd, they met again, just like I knew they would. This time I was ready for them. I had my field glasses with me, and I could see their faces so clearly I know I'd recognize them if I saw them again. And that's when it happened. This time, when they were leaving, they gave the Nazi salute, like this. And 2 weeks later, on December 7th, well, we all know what happened. We were attacked.
And you think there was a connection between these meetings and the attack on Pearl Harbor?
I say Mueller knew all about what was going to happen. And he was showing those men which reservoirs to poison or which power plants to knock out. Good Lord, man, it's as plain as the nose on your face.
Or maybe not.
What?
Well, first, just because he's got a German-sounding name doesn't mean a thing. Every family in this country comes from some other place originally. And if he was a German agent, why would he hold meetings where he knew you could see him? If it was so secret, why didn't he hold it in some other room where it was more private?
Well, what about his Heil Hitler salute? How do you explain that?
Well, I didn't see it, so I can't explain it.
Well, I certainly saw it.
Yeah, Mr. Milroy, is it possible that you're basing your whole theory on the fact that you just don't like the guy?
Oh, so you're saying I made the whole thing up?
No, I didn't
If
say
that's the best you can do, I've been wasting your time and mine.
All right. Just tell me what you want me to do, Mr. Milroy.
I've been telling you, get the proof that he's a Nazi spy.
But isn't that why you called the FBI? If they're on the case, you don't need a private eye.
Never mind. I can see this is just a waste of time. Here.
Well, what's this check for?
It's for $10 to pay you for your time.
Everybody's on edge, still getting over the shock of Pearl Harbor. On the way back to my place, I turn off Figueroa and drive through Chinatown, where I see several stores and eating places have put up signs that say Chinese owned. I stop for dinner at the Yang Chow Bistro and get back to my place around 10. Hit the sack. Next thing I know, it's morning, and my phone is ringing. Harry Nile.
Is this Harry Nile?
Yeah, who's this?
This is Lieutenant Grover, L.A. Police. You got a minute?
Yeah, I guess so, sure. What's up?
Do you know a man named Henry Milroy?
Henry Milroy. Yeah, I just met him last night. Why?
I need to talk to you about him. You mind if I drop over your place?
No, I guess not. You need my address?
I've got your business card. You must have given it to Milroy.
Why are you at Milroy's place? Something happened to him?
Yeah, he's dead.
Come on in, Lieutenant. Make yourself at home. Throw those magazines off the chair and take a seat.
They tell me you were a Chicago cop at one time.
At one time, yeah. How'd you know that?
Marion Dutcher talks about you.
Who?
Lieutenant Marion Dutcher. Oh, you know him as Sergeant Dutcher. He just got promoted. He's the cop who saved your life this summer when one of your old Chicago pals came out here to kill you for blowing the whistle on him.
You say his first name is Marion?
Spelled with an O, not an A. Yeah. Don't tell him I told you.
Oh, no.
He can be a bit touchy about it.
I'll bet.
No, I need to talk to you about Henry Milroy. How do you know him?
Well, I don't know him. He called me yesterday and wanted to hire me.
To do what?
To get evidence on his next-door neighbor, a fellow named Mueller.
Evidence of what?
To prove he's a Nazi spy. I am not joking. Milroy wanted me to come over and check Mueller out because he claimed he saw him give the Nazi salute to a couple of guys. He said he reported it to the police and the FBI, but he was afraid they thought he was just a crackpot or something.
Tell me what you know about this Mueller.
I never saw him. All I know about him is what Milroy told me. How did he die?
He was shot. Found him in his backyard at 2 o'clock this morning.
You got any leads?
I've got a confession.
Don't lie. From who?
Mueller called me up and turned himself in. Said he found Milroy trying to break into his house. Milroy took a shot at him, and he shot Milroy in self-defense.
I can't picture Milroy trying to break into a house. Now, he must have been looking for evidence that Mueller was a spy.
Maybe. Now look, I need to drive you downtown and have you repeat what you just told me and any other details you can remember about Milroy. I need to get it on my dictaphone.
Oh, boy, I don't know how much help I can be. I only spent about 15 minutes with Milroy.
Well, my job is to plug up all the holes in this case, and right now you're the nearest thing to a witness I've got, so please don't make me subpoena you. Okay, that should do it for now. Anything more you'd like to add?
Well, not that I can think of, no.
Homicide. Grover. Yeah, he's still here. He does, huh? Well, if the skipper says it's okay, I'll bring him up. Yeah, I'll ask him. You want to talk to Mueller? He wants to talk to you.
Me? How does he know about me?
Your name came up. I might have mentioned it.
Well, sure. I'd like to hear what he has to say.
Okay. Yeah, he'll talk to him. Where are you going to be? Okay, I'll bring him up. They're putting him and his wife in the interrogation room, and I'll be sitting in there with you. Could be I'll pick up something I didn't get when I interrogated him alone. Joseph Mueller, this is Harry Nile, private detective.
How do you do? Please, let me introduce my wife, Edna.
Hi.
How do you do?
I assume you know what has happened?
Yeah, Lieutenant Grover filled me in.
I understand Mr. Milroy considered me a Nazi. Well, I am not a Nazi. I am of German birth, but I am a naturalized U.S. citizen, and I deplore the present German government.
I'm glad to hear it. So, you go by the name of Joseph?
Yes, I was born Hans Joseph Mueller in the city of Lübeck in 1900, and my parents and I emigrated to America in 1928. But a few years after I was here, I decided to Americanize my name, and I stopped using my first name. So I became Joseph or Joe Mueller. But Hans is still my legal name. Mr. Nile, I asked for the privilege of talking to you because you have been given incorrect information about me by Mr. Milroy.
Oh? What?
It has been almost 3 years since Edna and I moved in next door to Milroy. During those years, we have tried to make friends with him, but he has been rude and hostile to me whenever we have happened to meet. Then came the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor 2 weeks ago, and I thought, with our country now at war, surely Milroy would appreciate some gesture of patriotism from his neighbor. So, 3 days ago, I took him a basket of cookies that Edna had just taken out of the oven. But when he opened his door, he said, "Get off my property, you Nazi swine. I know who you are and what you're up to." And he slammed the door.
Well, the only thing Milroy talked to me about was seeing you and two other guys giving the Nazi salute.
Yes, I know. And the explanation is so simple, it's almost funny. I am a deacon at our church, and the church needs to replace the organ in the chapel. So I formed a committee with the organist and the choir director to determine what brand of organ we should buy. We had to meet late at night because both men work late shifts at an airplane factory. After 3 meetings at my house, we had narrowed it down to 2 brands. Finally, we voted by raising our hands like this. And the selection was made, and we adjourned. That was what Mr. Milroy saw. We weren't saluting, we were voting. I can give you their names.
Milroy and his wife were convinced they'd seen a Nazi meeting.
His wife, did you say? He wasn't married.
He said they were both watching you from their bedroom window.
But that's impossible. His wife died the same year we bought our house. Isn't that right, Edna?
Yes, that's right.
Well, maybe he remarried. He didn't look that old, 60 maybe. He said he has a daughter in Fresno who's about to make him a grandfather, and he said his wife is up there visiting with her right now.
Obviously, the man had delusions.
Well, you must have felt really threatened by him if you kept a gun in your bedroom.
I bought the gun because I was afraid of crime and criminals, not my next-door neighbor. So when I was awakened at 1 o'clock in the morning by the sound of someone trying to get in the house, I had no idea it was Milroy. I took my gun and ran to the door, and when he saw me, he began yelling at me, calling me a Nazi and other things I won't repeat in front of my wife. And then he said something like, "I have a gun, and I'm going to kill you," and he backed away from me and ran towards his house.
What did you do?
Well, I didn't know what to do. If he came back with a gun, I knew we'd be killed. The man was clearly out of his mind. So I went after him, trying to get him to stop, trying to reason with him. But he ran in his back door and went inside. And it wasn't a minute later that he came back outside with the gun in his hand and shot at me. But he missed, and that's when I shot him.
After that, I thought I'd seen the last of the Muellers. And I made my annual phone calls to my relatives back in Chicago to wish them Merry Christmas. When I finished, I stood at the window in the front door, thinking lonely thoughts and looking out at nothing in particular, when a car pulls up in front. There's something familiar about it. It's a red Buick convertible. The last time I saw a red Buick convertible was a foggy night downtown on Hill Street, and it belonged to a beautiful, wealthy girl. The same girl who was now marching up to my front door with a determined look on her face. Cynthia Morley.
Stop talking and kiss me, you fool.
Glad to see you, too.
Is this where you live?
Yep.
Do you know how long it's been?
How long what's been?
It's been 17 days and 15 hours since you walked out of my life, and I won't stand for it any longer.
Then come in and sit down.
What have you been doing?
Trying to enlist, mostly.
In what?
In anything. The only outfit I haven't tried is the Salvation Army.
Harry, do you have any idea what it took for me to let you out of my life 2 weeks ago?
Hey, everything in the world changed on December 7th. When we heard that news on the radio, all I could think of was to get back at these bastards, instead of playing house with a gorgeous dame I'd just met.
We hadn't even started playing. I'd just come into the living room to see if you were still snoozing on the couch, and you were. And I started to make us some breakfast, and then the news came on, and suddenly you were out the door. By the way, what are all these magazines doing on the floor?
Oh, sorry, they belong on the chair.
Harry, come with me. I know all about you now. I know what a smart detective you are, and how you almost got killed last summer, which you never told me about.
Hold on a minute. How did you find out about that?
I hired a private detective.
You know, I believe you would.
Are you really not going into the Army?
Or the Navy, or the Marines, unless they change the rules. I'm 4F, Cynthia. That's what they call somebody who can't pass their physicals. So I guess I have to follow the only trade I know.
I don't suppose you'd let me help you. I'd work awfully cheap.
I don't need any help.
Harry, teach me all you know about catching crooks, and I'll teach you everything I know about everything else.
Cynthia, you're exciting and beautiful and a barrel of fun. But you've picked the wrong guy. I'm practically middle-aged.
You're 35 and I'm 21. What's 14 years between friends?
How'd you know I was 35?
I told you I hired a private detective.
You really did?
Certainly.
Who?
His name is Pierre Swenson. He's one half French and one half Swedish. He has a really interesting accent.
Oh, that's cute. Now look, if you want to throw your money away, that's your business. But you've got a lot of living to do before you settle down with one guy. So you better do it with somebody from your own side of the tracks.
There you go again. You've really got it in for rich people, haven't you? What are you, a communist?
No, I'm Italian.
Harry, I know you think of me as a spoiled rich kid just out for kicks, but we haven't had a chance to really get to know each other. I think I know more about you than you know about me. Maybe that's the way you want it. I'm sorry. I should know when I'm not wanted. But actually, it's a new experience for me to not be wanted. You're going to miss me on those long, frigid Los Angeles nights. I forgot something. Merry Christmas.
I wait for the scent of her perfume to get out of my head, but it doesn't want to leave. And I find myself wishing I was 10 years younger. All right, 5 years younger. Then I spot the edge of a check sticking out from under some papers on my desk. Milroy's check. Forgot to cash it. And now I sort of hate to do it. And then I realize something, and a strange calm comes over me. I call Detective Grover. Lieutenant, this is Harry Nile.
What can I do for you?
Is there a transcript of Mueller's interrogation?
Yeah, why?
I'd like to look it over.
Not gonna happen.
All right, maybe just the incident report. Yeah, that would be enough. The incident report. 5 minutes, tops. How about it?
You're a civilian. You're not even a lawyer.
Yeah, but I'm a citizen, and I've got a legal right to see public documents. I think. And what's more, I'm part of the evidence. Remember, Milroy hired me.
And fired you after only 15 minutes.
I know, and I know policemen don't like working with private eyes, but remember, I'm the only person who talked with Milroy before his death. I might be able to help you.
How?
Well, Milroy might have done something that I saw, but you didn't.
Thanks, but no thanks. I think I'm about ready to wrap this case up.
You can't afford to ignore the smallest details.
Dutcher did say you were a persistent cuss. I'm sorry. The answer's no. Now, one of us is going to hang up.
There's not a dollar more in it for me, and I figure I've already earned the $10 Milroy paid me. But I want to look the place over. His backyard is roped off, and a uniform is sitting in the police car out front. I try to talk him to letting me in the house, but it doesn't work. So, plan 2. I go next door to Mueller's place. Hi, it's me again, Harry Nile.
Mr. Nile. Oh, please, come in. My husband is still down at police headquarters. You think they'll keep him much longer?
Oh, that depends on whether they want to call the shooting justifiable homicide or a felony. In fact, that's sort of why I'm here. I need you to show me where Mr. Milroy tried to break into your house.
But the police have already done that. They took photos and they asked a lot of questions.
Well, I'm not working for the police. Actually, I'm still working for Mr. Milroy.
But he...
I know he's dead, but he did hire me to do some work for him. And, well, I feel like I haven't quite finished it.
What did he want you to do?
Basically, he wanted me to find proof that your husband is a German spy.
But his...
I know. Milroy may have been goofy, but, well, I just can't imagine him trying to break into your house with a gun. So I'd like it if you could just walk me through the events of last night.
You really should be talking to Joe.
No. I'd like to get your story. Now, were you asleep when it started?
Yes. Joseph woke up first. He heard a noise from the back of the house.
Did you hear it too?
I'm not sure. No. I think when Joe got out of bed and went to see what was happening, that's what woke me up.
And did you stay in bed?
Yes, I was petrified, but I heard Joe warn him to go away, and then I heard the back door open and close.
Could you show me the back door?
I suppose so. Come this way. We have to go through the kitchen. Here, this door opens to the laundry porch, and that's the back door.
Well, it doesn't look like he did any damage if he was trying to force his way in. And you would have closed the door from the kitchen to the porch before going to bed?
Well, yes, usually I do.
So there were 2 closed doors between the kitchen and the outside?
Yes, that's right.
And where were you when the shots were fired?
I was still in bed.
And where's the bedroom from here?
It's down at the other end of the hall.
Ah, well, this hall looks about 30 feet long, is that right?
I don't know. I never measured it.
And the kitchen is about 10 feet wide.
It's 10 or 12. I don't know the dimensions of the room.
And the laundry porch is maybe 8 feet between the door to the kitchen and the door to the outside, making it, say, 50 feet in a straight line between the back door and your bedroom door. Now, what sort of sound did Mr. Milroy make when he was trying to get into the house?
Oh, I don't know. I couldn't hear it.
But your husband heard it.
Yes.
Then can you tell me what you heard after your husband left the bedroom?
Well, I heard him shout, "I have a gun, stop where you are," or something like that.
And then what? Is that when you heard the shots?
Yes. I don't know. Why are you putting Miss Roses? You're not the police. I told them already everything that happened.
I walk down the driveway to the place where the Milroy backyard begins. It's been roped off, but the cop out front can't see me, so I step over the clothesline and onto the grass. The lawn's been trampled down, and there's no way to tell exactly where Milroy's body was found. But I stand in the middle of the yard trying to size up the distances between the Milroy house and Mueller's. And then a car rolls up Mueller's driveway and stops in front of the garage. The driver is Lieutenant Grover. And getting out on the passenger side is Joe Mueller.
What are you doing, Nile? Who let you come back here?
Nobody.
You're trespassing on a crime scene, and that's a misdemeanor. I could take you in.
I think I've already been taken in, Lieutenant, and so have you.
What are you talking about?
I see you've released Mr. Mueller. Mr. Mueller, would you come over here, please?
What do you want with him?
Mr. Mueller, could you show me where you were standing when Mr. Milroy came out of his house with a gun?
All right. Right about here.
So you chased him away from your house, and Milroy ran back into his yard and went into his house. And why did you say you decided to chase him?
I don't know. I was confused. I had just heard him say he was going to kill my wife and me, and I thought he was going back to his house to get a gun, so I ran after him to stop him. But he got into his house before I could reach him.
But at that point, you had a gun, and he didn't. Why didn't you shoot him right then and there?
I'm not that cold-blooded, Mr. Nile.
Well, then why didn't you go into the house after him?
I was afraid he had a gun in the house and would shoot me, and I was right. Because just a few seconds later, he came out again, and he had a gun, and he aimed it right at me.
And then what did you do?
I yelled at him, "I have a gun. Stop right there."
And how far away were you? Play like I'm Milroy, and I come at you with a gun. Lieutenant, can I borrow your gun for a second?
Are you out of your mind?
Oh, no, that's okay. I happen to bring mine with me.
Put that weapon down, Nile.
Oh, don't worry, the safety's on.
I don't care. Drop it.
Now, Mr. Mueller, I'm Milroy, and I've just come out of my house, and you shout at me to stop. And what do?
You shoot at me.
Bang, but he misses. And so you shoot at him. Bang, and he falls over dead. Okay, now, is this about the way Milroy was lying after you shot him?
Yes, that's how he looked.
Now, Mr. Mueller, I want this to be accurate.
Well, yes, that's how he looked. No, you've got the gun in the wrong hand.
Oops, sorry, I'm left-handed. I'll switch it. There. Now, is that how he looked?
Yes, just like that.
Look carefully.
Get up off the grass, Nile, and put your gun away before you hurt someone.
Okay. Thanks for letting me put on this little demonstration.
Well, I don't know what you were trying to prove.
Oh, I proved it. And you helped me, Mr. Mueller. Herr Mueller.
I don't find that at all funny.
Neither do I. Because you lied about how Milroy got killed. He didn't have a gun with him, but you arranged it so the cops would find him lying there dead with a gun in his hand. Just one thing was wrong. Milroy was left-handed.
Wait a minute. How do you know that?
Because I saw him write me a check yesterday with his left hand. You want to see it? I happen to have it with me. I was going to cash it and give myself a Christmas present.
Then you lied when you said you were left-handed.
And you lied about Milroy pointing a gun at you. You shot an unarmed man and then put a loaded gun in his right hand.
I did not.
I found the gun in his right hand when I got here. If Milroy didn't put it there, who did?
Well, don't feel too badly, Herr Mueller. It was a perfectly natural assumption. After all, statistics show that 96.5% of American males are right-handed.
Well, we can clear this up in a hurry. If the lab finds Mueller's prints on the gun I took out of Milroy's hands this morning, I'll be changing the charge against you from justifiable homicide to murder.
Yeah, murder. And if that's true, then maybe Milroy wasn't as wacky as you made him out to be, and just maybe he was right about you. What do you say?
I want to call my lawyer. I have my rights. I am a naturalized citizen, and so is my wife.
And that makes it all the sadder. Harry, do me a favor and walk out front and tell the officer in the patrol unit I need him back here.
On my way.
And one other thing. Where did you get that figure about right-handed American men?
I'm speaking.
How you doing, Noreen?
Oh, fine.
How's the liquor holding up?
I think we'll come out about even. It's almost 1 o'clock and 3 couples have already left.
You want me to take over the bartending?
Why, you think I'm pouring them too strong?
I didn't say that. I thought you might need a break.
Well, I know you were a little worried about what we're spending. Oh, here comes Kenny again.
Say, I seem to be running on empty here, Noreen.
Oh, give me your glass. I'll fix that.
Your wife is the perfect bartender, Leo. She doesn't count refills.
Yeah, she's pretty generous, all right.
Well, this had better do me for the rest of the evening. I've still got to drive home, and I don't want to wreck my new car.
Here you are, Ken.
Ah, thank you. Now, I think I'll go and bother another old school chum for a while.
Well, at least he was sober when he gave me my last physical.
That was 3 months ago, wasn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
Did he ever send you a bill?
If he sends me a bill, I'll pay it.
Or maybe he won't send you a bill.
Why wouldn't he?
Because you're friends, and he knows we don't have a lot of money to throw around.
Oh, you think we're a charity case now?
Oh, I'm sorry I brought it up.
Oh, God knows he doesn't need the money. Apparently Virginia didn't clean him out when she divorced him.
Oh, there's Mary Murphy. Mary, are you having a good time?
Just lovely, Noreen. I've met people I haven't seen for 25 years. I'm afraid I wouldn't have recognized a lot of them if it weren't for the name tags.
But you know, you haven't aged that much at all. I'd have known you anywhere. What's your secret?
I haven't any secret, unless it's the rainy weather up in Seattle.
Oh, I read somewhere that it does wonders for your complexion. Oh, that's supposed to be why English women have such nice skin. But don't you miss the sun?
Oh, we get quite a few sunny days. Besides being a redhead, I burn awfully easily, so I can't stay out in the sun for very long.
What year did you move up there, anyway?
1950.
Why Seattle? Why not San Francisco or Portland?
Why Seattle? Well, I have a good friend who lives up there.
Are you still working in a library?
Not anymore. Now I'm working with Harry Nile. You met him.
Oh, you mean your date?
Well, he's not actually my date.
Oh? Then what is he?
He's my boss. And he's also the good friend I mentioned. He had to come down here to work on a case this weekend, so he gallantly agreed to escort me to the reunion.
Work on a case? Is he a lawyer?
No, he's a private investigator.
Really? Oh, then he and Leo will really have a lot to talk about. Leo loves private detective mysteries.
So tell me what it's like to be a private eye.
Oh, still living. Most years, anyway.
I mean, are you like the ones in the movies?
Well, probably not. Who are you thinking of?
Oh, you know, Sam Spade, Philip Marlowe.
Nah, afraid not. What do you do, Leo?
I own a dry cleaning shop.
The Adventures of Harry Nile. It's the summer of 1955, and this is the 25th annual reunion of Fair Oaks High School graduating class of 1930. The weekend began with a tour of the old high school, then a dinner and dance at the Golf and Country Club. And after the dance, a handful of old classmates, including Murphy, gather at the home of Leo and Noreen Toland. The only outsider is Harry Nile, whose high school days were spent in Chicago. This allows him to take the other partygoers at face value, with no memories of past associations. For the most part, they came from middle-class families and remain in that ranking, with one exception, Dr. Kenneth A. Trent.
Oh, I still see a few patients. Mostly they're the ones I've had for a long time. But these days, I'm spending most of my time on research.
Do you like that better than being a doctor?
Oh, I'm still an MD, Jack.
I remember in high school you were always a smart one, especially in a science class.
I guess I was sort of bookish.
I went out for football, if you remember.
Track and field was more my style. I could run, but I never would have made it as a linebacker.
Yeah, but you did all right with the girls. Didn't you marry one of them from our class?
Virginia Maxwell.
Yeah, she was a real looker. I didn't see her at the dance tonight.
She doesn't live around here anymore.
Oh?
We were divorced a couple of years ago. Now she's living in Costa Rica. At least that's where I send the alimony checks.
Oops. Sorry about that.
No. Turns out bachelorhood fits my lifestyle. At least we didn't have any kids, so I don't have to pay child support.
Well, we got 2 boys and a girl.
Huh. If that makes you happy, I'm glad for you.
You think you'll ever go back into practice, when you're older?
I like to think that someday my research may turn up something that'll benefit more people than I could ever see in private practice.
Well, what kind of research are you doing?
How much do you know about serology?
Did you say zoology?
Oh, serology. It comes from the word serum. It's the study of blood. You heard of platelets? They're what cause the blood to coagulate. That's what I'm working with right now. A lot of work has been done in that field.
Oh, no, it's not always exciting, but Harry is a lot of fun to work for.
He must have been kind of cute when he was younger. By the way, how old is he?
Oh, he's in his 40s.
Is he married?
No.
And you aren't either?
Nope.
You know what I remember most about you?
No. What's that?
You had this little trick. You could look at a page in the book and then recite it back from memory, word for word.
It's called photographic memory.
Yeah. How'd you learn to do that? Can you still do it?
Uh-huh. It sometimes comes in handy in my job.
How long can you remember stuff?
Well, we never really lose what we see or hear. It's all stored in our brain. We may forget what we once knew, but it's still there in our little gray cells, as Hercule Poirot says. The trick is in retrieving it.
So I guess I better be careful what I say when you're around, huh?
No, don't close the door. That'll look suspicious. This kitchen is a mess.
Never mind that. Tell me how I'm doing with the drunk act.
I think you could act a little bit drunker now.
Yeah, I just don't want to overdo it.
You know, I've never seen you drunk. I mean, maybe a little tipsy, but never really drunk.
If a physician gets drunk in public, he can say goodbye to his practice. That's why I've got to walk a very thin line tonight. Too drunk to drive, but sober enough to realize it. Anyway, we better not spend any more time together in here.
Well, I think I'm all set, so anytime you're ready.
But there's one thing more. Does Leo use aftershave or men's cologne?
Not very often. He thinks if he showers every day and uses underarm deodorant, that's enough. Why? Is he smelling bad? I hadn't noticed.
No, it's not that. I wouldn't be surprised if, working in a dry cleaner's for so many years, he may have dulled his olfactory nerve.
His what?
His sense of smell.
He thinks men's toiletries are for sissies. I bought him some men's cologne for his birthday one year, and I think he used it just once.
What about hair tonic? He must be wearing something on his hair.
What's left of it. Oh. He massages Listerine into his scalp after he showers. He thinks that makes his scalp healthy because he says it tingles, and he doesn't want to lose any more hair.
Does he still have the cologne you gave him?
I think so.
Well, you've got to get some of it on him. Maybe you could take him aside and... Yes, that's it. Take him aside and tell him you've noticed that it was so warm at the dance and here in the house that he needs to freshen up a bit.
I could just come right out and tell him that he stinks.
Careful. I know you were kidding, but don't get him mad at you. Then he might not do anything at all.
Well, I'll come up with something.
Good. Yeah, you're enough of an actress to be convincing. But don't wait too long. We've got to do this while he can still drive.
I've been making his drinks really weak.
Not too weak, I hope, or he might get suspicious.
Oh, no. I don't think so. He's been warning me about not being too generous with the liquor. You know, he's always trying to save money. Now, you better go back in the living room, and I'll come in a minute later with more ice.
Good idea. Time's getting close.
I know. Good luck to us.
We make our own luck, Noreen.
Hey, Murph, I don't want to be a party pooper, but it's getting kind of late, don't you think?
Yes, you and I are the only sober ones left.
Yeah, some of these folks shouldn't be driving home.
Something I've never asked you.
What?
Have you ever been drunk?
Back when I was a junior in high school in Chicago, a bunch of the guys dared me too, so I chugged what was left of a bottle of rye, and it laid me out good.
What happened?
Well, I got sick as the devil. Next Sunday I went to confession, and I haven't touched a drop since then.
This has been the loveliest night in my whole life, to see all my old friends again, and miracle of miracles, to get you to dance with me, Leo. You were great. You remember the steps better than I do. But do us all a favor. Do like I asked. Please put on some cologne.
All right, attention, everybody. The Hippocratic Oath, which all medical doctors take, says, first, do no harm. So, Noreen, I must take my leave before I become a menace to society.
Oh, Ken, you're not going to drive, are you? Let one of us drive you home.
Oh, don't worry. I won't take it out of low gear. Oops. I forgot. Cadillacs don't have gears. They have hydromatic. So I won't take it out of low range.
That's right. Keep bragging about your damn Cadillac.
Kenny, let somebody drive you home. You can pick up your car tomorrow. Leo, why don't you drive Ken home in his car, and I'll follow in our car and bring you back.
No, that's too much trouble.
Oh!
Oops.
Ken, are you all right?
Come on, Ken. Noreen's right. Give me your keys.
Oh, somebody move that chair.
Please, Kenny, let Leo drive.
No. I'm a beautiful driver. It's just walking I'm not too good at.
Come on, Doc. Hand over the keys.
Do you remember where he lives?
First block off Rosemead on a dead-end street.
Shenandoah Place. A short street with a long name.
Everybody else, stay as long as you like. Mary, will you play hostess until I get back? Of course. We'll only be a few minutes. Ken just lives a couple of miles away.
Doc, give me the keys.
I know I drove here, but I don't remember where I parked.
You parked right in front of the house.
So I did. And here are my keys.
Okay, I'll get you to your car, and Noreen will follow.
Oh, wait a minute, Leo. Would you back the Dodge out for me?
What's the matter with you doing it?
You know I don't like backing it out of the garage. Those tail fins get in my line of sight.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You won't let me forget how you hate the tail fins.
I'll walk Ken out to his car.
All right, whatever. Here's his car keys.
Fine. Now say goodnight to everybody, Ken.
Good night to everybody, Ken. Well?
You were terrific, darling.
I didn't overact?
You even had me convinced.
Well, everything's set up. The pouch is tucked away with 5 angry tenons inside, and I've got surgical gloves in my pocket.
Are you sure they won't attack you?
Oh, not with Leo smelling so sweet.
And you know exactly where you're going to do it?
I'll wait till we get on to Shenandoah. There's never any traffic in a cul-de-sac. Now remember, you stay a good distance behind us. Then, after my car stops, wait until I get out. Then the rest will just go like we planned.
There's just one thing I'm worried about. What's the detective going to think?
The police see drunk drivers all the time, and dead people.
No, I mean Mary Murphy's date. His name is Harry something. I had no idea she'd be bringing a detective.
He's just a private detective. Don't worry about him.
Now, when should I call the police?
Look, honey, we've been through all of this 100 times.
I know.
Just play it like you're in shock, but it's important that you don't overplay it. And when the police ask you to describe what happened, you won't have to make up a story. You just tell them what you saw. The rest will take care of itself. Okay. Leo's backing your car out. Now remember, I'm drunk and I need help getting into the back seat.
I love you, Ken. I'll just be glad when this is all over.
Okay, we're almost home. How you doing back there, Doc?
Never better, Leo.
Huh? Well, you're sounding better.
Oh, I'm much better. Better than you may think. Slow the car down.
What?
Slow the car down and pull over by the curb.
Hey,
Well, what's going on?
Don't turn around.
Hey, why's it going? Ow!
3 a.m. Now I'm really worried. I've done the tidying up and cleaned up her kitchen and put all the dishes in the dishwasher, and now I don't know what else I can do.
Well, we can't do another thing but keep on waiting for them or lock up their house and go back to the motel. What do you want to do? I mean, you know these people. They're your friends.
People change in 25 years. They're as much strangers to me as they are to you.
Well, you think one of them would call.
Harry, come here to the window.
What's up?
There's a car turning into the driveway. But I don't think it's their car.
Let me see. Oh, you're right. It's a police car.
Oh, no. They've been in an accident.
Maybe.
Well, there's Noreen getting out. But where's Leo?
All right, come on. Let's see if we can help.
Noreen! What happened? Are you all right? We were worried sick.
Let me get inside, ma'am.
Oh, of course.
There you go, Mrs. Dolan. You want to sit down here?
Fine. Anywhere.
What's happened? Where's Leo?
Excuse me, are you folks members of her family?
No, we're her friends. Noreen, where's Leo?
He's dead.
What happened?
Did they crash?
No, they didn't crash.
Apparently, Mrs. Tolan witnessed it all. Tells me she was following them in her car when it happened.
I should take Leo home after he'd gotten Ken into his house. They turned on to Shenandoah and were almost to Ken's house when Leo slammed on the brakes and Kenny jumped out.
Was he okay?
I think so. He said for me to go in his house and call the police while he tried to get Leo out of the car and lay him on the street. He tried to revive him until the ambulance got there. And I rode with him to the emergency room.
The preliminary report says Mr. Tolan collapsed at the wheel as he was driving.
Do they think it was his heart?
No one seemed to know.
The medical examiner will be in touch with you, ma'am.
Oh, Noreen, I can't tell you how sorry I am.
Can anyone tell me why Mr. Tolan was driving the doctor's car?
I told you! Dr. Trent was too drunk to drive. I helped him into the back seat myself.
Well, didn't you talk to the doctor?
Yes, I did. Are any of you planning on leaving town in the next few days?
Yeah, tomorrow. Why?
Well, we'll need to get statements from the people who were at the party.
I guess I could take a later flight.
Well, here's my card, Mrs. Tolan. Please accept my sympathy, and don't hesitate to call if I can do anything more.
Thank you so much, officer.
You folks take care now, huh?
Yeah. Now, Noreen, just let me know when you want to ride back to the doctor's house to pick up your car.
Oh, not tonight, Harry. I just need to go lie down.
Noreen, you shouldn't be alone at a time like this. Do you have anyone you'd like to call? A family member or minister?
No, I'll be all right.
Well, I'd be glad to stay here with you tonight.
No, Mary. I couldn't ask you to do that. Right now, I guess I just want to be alone. Everything happened so fast.
You need to get some rest.
You got to take something for your nerves.
Why don't I look in your medicine cabinet and see if there's a prescription?
What you need is something that'll knock you out.
No! What I need is to be left alone. Thank you.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. We didn't mean to.
Come on, Murph. Let's give her some space.
Yes, of course. We'll call you tomorrow, Noreen.
Finally.
Hello?
It's me.
What took you so long? Are you at home?
Yes. The last of them just left. I was at the emergency room for a good 2 hours, and finally a policeman drove me home.
And?
What did you do with the pouch?
Don't worry. I'll get rid of everything. Now, in the next few hours, the police might interview us separately, but don't let that worry you. Just tell them what you saw, but don't volunteer any information. Remember, it's just a routine investigation. In fact, depending on the autopsy, they may not even ask you anything.
Then you don't think they suspect...
Listen, this is an accidental death. When they're investigating a suspicious death, they need to find the means and a motive. But if the means was accidental, there's no motive, and we're home free, okay?
Ken?
Yes?
Did he suffer?
He never knew what hit him.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name's Harry Nile.
Are you picking up some cleaning?
No, actually, I'm the detective. I'm here about Mr. Toland's death.
His what?
Oh, sorry. Must be you haven't heard. Yeah, Mr. Toland passed away early this morning.
You're kidding.
It was very sudden. At any rate, I need to take a look at his appointment calendar. Is it in his office?
Well, yeah, but don't you need a warrant or something?
The gentleman is dead. I need to get a look at where he's been in the last 24 hours. Or is there some reason why you don't want me to find that out?
Well, gosh, no. I don't care. His office is through that door.
Thanks. Okay, now let's see.
That's not his calendar, you know. That's his Rolodex.
You're really a bright one, aren't you?
Well, you said you wanted to see his calendar.
What's your name?
Jacobson.
Well, tell you what, Jacobson. When I need you to tell me my business, I'll be sure to give you a call. I suppose your number is in his Rolodex.
Okay. I was just trying to be helpful. That's all. Go.
Trent. It's got to be in here. Kenneth Trent, M.D., 202 Shenandoah Place.
Yes, hello?
Is this Dr. Trent's address?
Who is it, please?
My name's Harry Nile. I met him at the reunion party last night.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry. Dr. Trent's not available at the moment.
Oh. Well, I hope he's all right. After last night's events, you might say we had some common interests.
Oh?
Uh-huh.
Well, if you'll give me your phone number, I'll be certain to ask him to call you.
Would you live here too?
Oh, no, I'm his laboratory assistant.
Oh, where is his laboratory?
Perhaps you could come back another time when the doctor's here.
Oh, gosh, I'm afraid I won't be able to. I have to fly up to Seattle today, and I don't know when I'll be back.
I see. One moment, please. Well, all right. I'll buzz you in.
What did you say your name is?
Nile. Harry Nile. And what's your name?
Jane Perkins.
I'm glad to meet you, Jane. Dr. Trent was telling me about the work he's doing in his lab, and he was kind enough to offer to show me around.
Oh. Well, I don't know exactly what he wanted to show you.
It's all right, Jane. Have him come down.
Follow me, please.
Hello again. You're the private detective, right?
That's right. I'm surprised you remember.
Well, I know I wasn't exactly in top form last night. I think I should apologize.
Oh, no, you don't need to apologize. You put on a pretty good act.
What do you mean?
I've seen a lot of drunks, and you weren't drunk. Drunks always try hard to act sober, but you see, sober people always overdo it by acting drunk. And that was you.
Jane, would you go upstairs and put on a fresh pot of coffee?
Certainly, Doctor.
And, I'll call you when I need you, okay?
Certainly.
And close the door. She's a very promising English medical student. She's a great help to me here in my lab. Oh, I'm sorry I can't offer you a better place to sit other than that stool. We don't get many guests down here.
Don't worry about it. The reason I came here is mostly out of curiosity. I think I know why you killed him. You wanted his wife, but I'm wondering how you did it.
What are you talking about?
Well, you see, in my business, when somebody gets murdered, sometimes you know why it was done, but you always need to know how.
Are you accusing me of murdering Leo Toland?
Accusing you? No. That'll be up to the police.
You know, I'd be within my rights to call them and have you removed from these premises.
Okay, do it. That'd save me a lot of trouble.
I can see right through this. It's blackmail, isn't it? You've been told I'm a prosperous doctor with a good reputation, and you think I'd be good for a few $1,000s in hush money.
Hush money?
Well, it won't work. The medical examiner will do an autopsy on Leo, and he'll find that he succumbed to anaphylactic shock caused by the sting of a wasp. Wasps and hornets are always out this time of year, and I was so drunk I didn't know he'd been stung. All I knew was he cried out and stopped the car. Then I noticed there was a wasp in the car, but it flew out the window, and I didn't realize it had stung him until he fell across the front seat unconscious. Finally, it all made sense.
What did?
Leo had a blood disorder. His platelet count was low. I found that out when I gave him a physical this spring. So a sting from a wasp or a hornet could kill him almost instantly. I warned him about it at the time.
You're telling me he was killed by an insect bite?
I tried to reach him, but my car is a Cadillac Coupe de Ville, and I was in the back seat trying to push the right front seat down so I could get the door open. But Noreen had been driving right behind us, and she got the door open and helped me get him on the ground, but by then, it was too late. Now that's exactly what happened, and you haven't got a shred of evidence to the contrary. Well, Mr. Nile?
Well, I guess I'm the one who owes you an apology.
You certainly do. And if you mention this nonsensical plot of yours to anyone, I will sue you for slander, and that's a promise. Now get out of my house.
I'm going.
Sir,
What?
I'm afraid I heard everything.
So?
I remembered something odd.
What was odd?
Well, the last thing I always do before leaving for the night is to lock up the supply cabinet.
Yeah?
And last night, I noticed a pair of sterile surgical gloves was missing.
Yeah?
We had a new pack that hadn't been opened. There are 12 to a pack, but last night I saw it had been opened, and there were only 11 pairs inside.
So, a pair of gloves is missing. Why is that important?
Because I found them.
Oh, you did? Where?
In the pocket of Dr. Trent's coat. He'd thrown it over a chair in the kitchen, and when he told me to make coffee just now, I noticed the tip of a white glove sticking out of the pocket.
Oh, you did?
And something else. Look,
A plastic pouch?
it's a tobacco pouch. But Dr. Trent doesn't smoke. Why would he be carrying a tobacco pouch?
I don't know. Give it here.
Oh!
Whoa!
What was that?
A hornet or a wasp. I can never tell them apart. Did it sting you?
No! But how in the world did it get in a tobacco pouch?
Somebody had to put it there.
Jane! What's the matter? I heard you cry out.
She's okay, Doctor. But somewhere in the house is a killer. About a year later, they sent me a copy of the L.A. papers that had the story of the doctor who was on trial for killing one of his patients, so he could have the patient's wife. And he might get away with it, because how do you convict a bug?
You've been listening to Bad Blood, written by Jim French. Larry Albert stars as Harry Nile, with Mary Ann Dorward as Murphy. Also in the cast were
Randy Hoffmeyer,
Rachel Glass,
Don Brady,
Andy Albert,
Jim French,
and yours truly, Jay Green. The Harry Nile theme is by David Shire, with incidental music by Michael Lynch. This series, The Adventures of Harry Nile, was created and produced by Jim French, directed by Larry Albert, and is a copyrighted feature of Jim French Productions. All rights reserved.